All right, we're getting ready to run the Taurus PT1911 through what's probably going to be the most difficult evaluation that we do. I'm going to torture test it in a really meaningful way. We're going to head out to Badlands Gun Range, and we're going to take a 500 round half case of ammo, and we're going to shoot that half case of ammo through this gun as fast as we possibly can. What that means is I'm going to shoot an entire box, pause to reload all my magazines because I don't have enough mags to do 500 rounds at once, then start doing it again. So the only time the gun will have to cool off will be while I'm loading mags, which I'm reasonably quick at. So let's head out to the range, let's get started shooting. I don't think this is going to be pleasant, but I think it will be interesting to watch. Alright, we are at the range. We've got our 500 rounds of ammo. We've got a bunch of magazines. To make this go a little bit easier on my thumbs, I'm only loading the mags to 6. So this is going to be super bill drill style. So we're just going to shoot strings of 6, change mags, strings of 6, change mags, reload mags, let the gun cool down. Let's get started. That one only had 5 in it. All right, there we go. First bit, string 2. We had a failure to extract, which resulted in a double feed on that second string. We're going to keep going. Back at it. Forearm's starting to get tired. Starting to get hot. It's also started to auto forward on mags. The slide release. Ow. Trigger's starting to get really hot. Well over the halfway point, and this is starting to suck. Take us past 350. We're gonna get close to 400 on this string. Fuck, this guy's hot. Only loaded 5. Ow. God, it's just throwing brass everywhere. For the last string, I loaded some, or second to last string, I loaded some of these mags up to 8. That way, I'm only gonna have to do one more pass of reloads, and then I'll be done. So here we go. Some of these have 8 in them. Whee! God, this gun is really warm. That was a 6. Also a 6. That was 8. We got a failure to do something here. That's glove. Alright, reload that round and get back to it. That was a failure to feed, by the way. I was wearing safety glasses just now. Alright, we're gonna try to beat those last couple of rounds with that bad mag. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna do one more pass and then we're gonna be done. Last 9 magazines. God, this gun is so hot. Not ejecting mags anymore. Throwing brass in completely random directions. It's too hot to put my trigger finger in. Last 2. Last one. Oop, autoforce. Alright, that's it. It made it. I don't know if you can see, but this gun is unbelievably hot. Just to give you an idea, I can't touch it with a bare hand. It's really hot. The slide is... Ow. Slide's really hot. Obviously, I'm not going to try to touch a hot barrel like that. Inside the trigger guard is incredibly hot. If I were to put my finger in there right now, I'd probably get burned, which actually I have a little burn on my hand. 2 malfunctions. That really sucked. I don't want to do that again. My forearm hurts. My brass hit me in the face. This gun looks like crap now, but, you know, it kind of ran. More after we get off the range. This is what a target with 500 rounds in it looks like. I'll let you guess when those happened. We're off the range now, so I wanted to share some quick thoughts on the results of the 500 round endurance test of the PT1911. First off, we had 2 malfunctions of the gun. There was a failure to feed that resulted, or excuse me, There was a failure to extract that, when I cleared it, resulted in a double feed, and then there was a failure to feed later on in the test. We captured both of those on camera. I showed you me clearing them. We then reloaded the rounds and continued to fire. The next thing is that was actually really unpleasant. I wouldn't recommend shooting 500 rounds through a pistol in that kind of rapid succession because there's no real training value to it. The reason we do it is specifically to test the gun under relatively extreme firing conditions. You're never going to shoot a pistol that rapidly, that many reloads, that quickly in any sort of realistic circumstances, whether it's a training class or a USPSA match. You just don't shoot that often that fast. But the gun performed reasonably well. 2 out of 500, that's higher than the minimum failure rate that the military would accept, and it does put the gun at more than 2 malfunctions for every 2,000 rounds, which is kind of what I was hoping for with this test, which puts us in an interesting situation. I would rate this gun as a C+. I would say that it performed adequately. It certainly performed beyond what most of the average purchasers of a $500 1911 are going to expect their gun to do. What do you guys think, though? That's really what I'm curious about, because I know how I feel about the gun. I actually kind of like it. It's got personality. It doesn't work quite as well as I want it to do, but it works well enough that I kind of like it, like I said. But what do you think? And more importantly, what do you think I should do next? It's at 2,000 rounds. We could tear it apart, tune it up, and try to get it to run perfectly. We could keep shooting it. We could stop shooting it. But I want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments to this video what you think our next steps in the PT1911 torture test should be. I'm Caleb Giddings. Thanks for watching.